So, hope everybody's well. Remember, because this is right here. No lies come from here. God bless y'all. I had this is what I look like. I know when I film outside, you really don't get to see me. And this is my kitty. You're blessed because she let me put her on camera. She's she's shy. Anyway, I don't want to have you all see reflection in my glasses, so I got off. Anyway, I had somebody in the comments ask me what they are, what these orbs are, and the other things flying behind the house. And that's a long explanation, but I think I'll try to simplify it. We'll see if we can't get this down to a few minutes for you. I'll probably post it on X too. Let's see. Best way to start. Okay, you have to know who I am, who I was before. This is important because it's kind of important. I had a drug problem, alcohol problem. Played music for a long time. And was a regular person. I believed all the stuff they taught me in school, like you guys did. I loved NASA, and I was fascinated with the space program. I was born in the 60s, so, it was huge. All the right stuff, all the movies. I worked for the government for a while in the Department of Transportation, so it's huge. I would go to the NASA building, eat lunch in the Shuttle Cafe, and I'd go to Air and Space for my lunch every day, so big fan. Okay, and then I got sober and I wanted to find out where I was and what was going on. And I was taking care of my parents because they were ill, so I had the time to do the research. And this is back when you could actually find true things on the internet, not like now, where a lot of stuff's been compromised and sanitized. But my research led me to the fact that this book right here, is true. Every word. The places that it says were there. The things that transpired there happened exactly like it says in this book. Now, you don't have to believe that, and that's fine for you. But there's things missing from this book. And they're missing intentionally. Because the beings that are mentioned in this book, which is much older than that one, the beings that are mentioned in this book and in many other extra biblical texts, they don't want you to know they're there. They don't want you to know the things they've done. They don't want you to know anything about them. They are the fallen ones. They were called the Watchers. The Book of Enoch, this is the Ethiopian copy of the Ethiopian Bible. You can see it's very thick, and the writing inside is very small, right? Because there's a lot of books in here, which the Catholic Church and the King Jimmy decided shouldn't be in this book, like the Book of Enoch and the Apocrypha. But there are other books too, the Book of Jubilees, which is also in the Ethiopian Bible, I believe. Anyway, they explain that the angels that were sent to watch us and be sure everything was cool, they sort of lusted after the women. And they sort of like to drink blood. Well, their children did. That's another story. Anyway, if you want to find out more about that, go look up the Book of Enoch. There are videos that explain what happened and what they did and why they did what they did. But the thing is, the important reason I bring that up is they traded technology with the humans, for humans, and for other things. Like how to make metal, how to make explosives, how to put on makeup, how to do abortions, how to genetically create creatures. This is why there was a flood, right? This is why when the Lord said to kill every man, woman, and child, he didn't mean it out of vindictiveness. He said that because the blood was tainted, because they were not human like you and I. Well, I don't know about you, but me, they weren't human. Not all human. Centaurs. The images you've seen, half human, half horse, half whatever, they all really existed, right? Here's another thing for you. Vampires, they're real. I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm not. All of these things are from ancient history, and they're all real. And we have been lied to keep us a nice docile, like, the farmer keeps the sheep and the cows. The livestock doesn't know what the farmer is doing. So who are these guys out here, right, that you're asking me about, the ones that I film all the time? I've did almost over 700 videos in the last 4 years. And I've watched them a lot. Watched them for a long, long time. Watched them change from glowing orbs into airplanes, from glowing orbs into helicopters. Watched them disappear right out of nowhere. Watched them reappear right out of nowhere. They are either our military using the technology we've gotten from the fallen ones, or it's the fallen ones. And some of them are the fallen ones, because they can, you're not going to believe this either, but that's okay. There's a reason why these orbs and Bigfoot show up like they do. They can manifest in whatever shape they really want to be, or they can make us see that shape the way they want it to be. I don't know if they can physically do it, or if they do something here. It could be one or the other. But that's what it is. And get ready, because they're planning their war against him, right? They're doing all this stuff. They've been doing all this stuff, going in and out, lining up, in and out. I've watched it for 4 years. I don't know how long it's going on. But they're preparing. They're getting ready. They're not doing things to help you or me, right? The technology they're using is what people call zero-point technology. It's zero-point energy. It's space. It's Jetson stuff, if you understand that reference, right? The stuff they're doing, the technology they have. Ooh, dog going crazy outside. The technology that they're using, I don't like to hear that, would be enough to make the world a peaceful, beautiful place with free energy and enough food. There's enough food now. There's enough space now. This is a show being played for you and me. This whole politics and the little thing with the racism, and I killed this one was my slave, and that one, whatever. None of the history is what you think it is. Ask yourself this question. Do I trust the government? Do you? You probably said no. And if you don't trust them, then why do you trust them to tell the truth about science? If they're lying about the money, and they're lying about the medicine, and they are lying about the medicine, because they've had the cure for all of this stuff for years. And I know I sound like a doddering, crazy old man, but I got receipts. I've researched this in-depthly. These monsters, some of them don't have any idea that this technology is available, but most of them do, right? Anybody you've seen on the magic box or your magic little phone that you use, that's not magic, it's a computer. Really? How does a computer work? Tell me. Can you? It works through code, through lines of code that are written. It's a computer program. I know. I used to have a computer store. I used to program. Lines of code are written out. It's a script. It's a line of code. It's a script. It's a spell. If one thing is out of place, it won't work. Just like a spell. Oh, but I don't believe in magic. Really? Really? You don't? How's your TV work? Okay. Keep believing that stuff. I'm telling you, that this close, there's a day coming. I tell everybody this. There's a day coming very soon. And there'll never be another day like this one, today, again. This world is going to change. And it's going to be a lie. And so many people are going to believe it. And it'll be the beginning of the end at that point. But that's coming very, very soon. And these terrorist attacks are going to get worse. Why do you think they let all those people over the border? Why do you think they gave them plane tickets and money to live where they needed them to live until they were ready to use them? See, you think that all these... you've been told by your school and by your teachers and by your government that they're here to take care of you. No. You're a food eater. You got to go. Bye-bye. You're going to cause problems. And especially if you believe in him. Because if you believe in him, they got to get rid of you. And that's coming too. So, if I were you, I'd go look into the book. Because I'm telling you, if you research it and you read it, you'll understand that it's truth, every word. And if you think I'm not telling you the truth, well, keep going the way you're going. You ever feel like you're not getting anywhere? You ever feel like you don't have any purpose? You ever feel like you work really hard and you don't get anything out of it? At the end of the day, you come home and pop a beer and sit down and watch TV, or sit down and just stare at the wall or read a book or whatever it is you do, and you wonder, is this what life is about? No, it's not what life is about. We're put here, right? We're put here. And when we get here, we can choose what we want to do. You can choose to serve the master you wish, but there's only two you can pick from. One of them is him, and one of them's the other guy. And you're serving one of them. If you're serving yourself, you're serving the other guy, right? We need to take care of one another. And that needs to start immediately, right? Because we're all we have. All right. I hope that helped explain some of it. They're not aliens. There are no aliens. There are, of course, familiars. There are, of course, I'm taxing my brain for this now. Oh, they're demons of the night. Why can't I think of the name of them? Nah, it doesn't matter. All of that stuff, right, is true. People aren't mentally ill. They're possessed. If they're not possessed, then they're demons. I know I sound crazy. And I would have said I was crazy 15 years ago, 10 years ago. It took 5 years before I answered the Lord. But I did. Finally. And you know why I came? I mean, because I was fighting hard not to do this, not to give up everything, all that I loved about this world. When I saw what they were doing to the children, that they were coming for the children. And they are coming hard for the children. Pick who you will serve this day, because you will serve somebody. I agree with Bob Dylan on that one. It may be the devil, or it may be the Lord, but you're going to have to serve somebody. God bless you. I love you. Thank you for watching.